Sorry. Yeah, I said there was a sell opportunity on gold, but we need to wait for the candle. The candle formed with no wick at the top. This point will the candle never made a top wick. I think the candle is going to pull back. Oh, I think it is going to move. But even if you miss the first trade, we need this one needs to create a top wick. There should be a top wick before the entry will come. But there was a sell opportunity on gold. So this one needs to pull back. If it pulls back, this one needs to pull back. So if this one pulls back, I think we can go in for a sell on gold. Okay, yeah. So it needs to create the top wick. Okay, it needs to create a top wick. So the moment it starts flipping, I think we can get a sell on that. Okay, so the top wick is being created. The entry will be here. So maybe if the 15-minute time frame make a pullback, something like this, if it pulls back like this, then we take a sell on gold. Yeah, so the top wick is being created. It is creating the top wick. Yeah, so it has been created. It has been created. Yeah, so the top wick, this is what I'm expecting it to happen. So it has been created. So now the entry is going to be this way. Let me check that. So this is the point I check the 5 minutes. So the 5 minutes will be closing. We have like 3 minutes. So let's wait for like the 3 minutes and see. Let's wait for the closure of this candle. But if it happens, it flip, then we can take the sell. But let's wait. Let's wait for there's a rejectional level 2 at the H1 time frame. So let's wait for the closure of the candle. Let's wait for the closure. So if you decide to flip, I think, yeah, so let's wait for the closure of the candle. Oh, it's going to flip. Because the H12 is looking good. If the moment the H1 candle flip this one, it's going to be a good sell to this side. I was thinking, let me see the H4 time frame. Yeah, so the H4 time frame, see, there was a gap over here. There was a gap over there. I think even this one, yeah. So I entered over here. The moment it flipped, I entered. Yeah, because it has already made a pullback over here. So when it gets to this side, I'm just going to break even. Yeah. So yeah, so let me check the H1 time frame. So I'm in profit now. Yeah. So the second entry will be when it breaks this one. When it breaks the low of this one. So it has broken. Okay, so at this point, I'll move stop to break even over here. Yeah, so I'm breaking even. Yeah, so it was very simple. So it moved like, so let me check. Okay, in profit now. Because the reason why I break even is because this is a rejectional level. Okay, this is a rejectional level. Okay, so back to this thing. So if you entered over here, this point will be, your stop loss will be at the previous candle low. It will be at the previous candle low. Your stop loss will be at the previous candle low. It will be at the previous candle low. So I think I'll back to break even as stopped out by this entry. I was stopped out at break even. So it moved like, so someone is asking how to break even. Break even is simply means moving your stop to your entry level. Moving your stop to your entry level. That's the meaning of break even. So let's see how the second entry is going to go. Let's see how the second one goes. Let's see how it's going to go. So the low has been broken now. The low of the candle has been broken now. Okay, let me check other pairs too. I think I saw an opportunity on one pair, forgotten. NZ card, AUD card. AUD CHF, H4 time frame. Okay, there you're having a lot of rejectional level at this time frame. A lot of rejectional level over here. Card JPY2. Yeah, so Euro AUD has broken out, but we can't take the breakout. We need to wait for the retest. Yeah. So I'm scouting for the pairs are many, so I'm scouting for an opportunity to see which one is having potential. Which one is having potential? So this one is close to area of interest. This one is close to this side. So even if it flips, the the range is very small. The range is very small. Yeah, it's very small, choked. So we can't go for this. Let me check out some gold. Yeah, so gold is moving. Gold is doing that thing. Gold is doing the do. It's doing the due diligence. So AUD USD. Yeah, so AUD USD to yesterday during the Asian session, it was looking good. When it flipped over here, it was really looking good on Euro USD, AUD USD. But you see, we still have some range, but the range is very small now. NZD USD too. Yeah, so USD JPY, yeah. But USD, when it comes to entries like this is how usually I look at it. This has created a resistance over here, but you see the candle has broken the previous candle high. It has broken the side. So this is how we will go by this one. You need to wait for a shift in trend over here. The H1 is what, an uptrend. The 30-minute time frame is also an uptrend. So there was no entry on this one because the H42 is not looking good for an entry. H4 is not looking good for an entry. So USD CHF, this one too is not looking good for USD CHF. GBP USD. Let me check out the daily time frame. So this one too is not looking good. This one too is not looking good. Yeah, so they are not looking good. So with my USD JPY, the trade that I took on, was it Tuesday or so, it's still moving down, looking good. It's still looking, but I got stopped out when price got to this side. I broke even, and price later just, I knew, because the moment this candle started, this candle opened with no wick, I knew exactly price is just going to what, start retracing. So I broke even, but you see, when it comes to the crossing, it's usually do, because of low liquidity, it's mostly do back and forth. I would have held it, because my plan was to hold it to 1 to 2. My plan was to hold it to, so I would have even gotten 1 to 2 around this side. I would have even gotten 1 to 2, but I got stopped out by what, because I won't allow market to get to 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, and I will expose myself for price to come back to my break even. That's not my thing. So I have to break even, because you don't know what will happen. Okay, so let's check out on gold. Yeah, so gold is trying to move down. It's supposed to fill the whole of this range. It's supposed to fill the whole of this range, because it's looking good. It has retested. It has broken the lows over here, but the entry was on 30-minute time frame. This was the first entry on the 30-minute time frame. This is a key level. Anytime price gets to this key level, it's mostly reacts over here. Okay, so this is a reactional level. Let me check out. Yeah, this is a reactional level. So let's see how it's going to play out. This is a reactional, so gold is supposed to respect this reactional level. Let's see how it's going to play out. So it has, this one got to the take profit. Now it's doing like back and forth. So the stop loss will be the previous candle low. The moment it broke the low, it is currently retesting on a strong area of interest. It's currently retesting on a strong area of interest. All the time frames to the daily time frame is a downtrend. H4 time frame is a downtrend. H1 time frame is a downtrend. There was a clean range over here, so it's still going to give an opportunity for this one to fill. It's still going to give an opportunity for this one to fill. So the 50 minutes is kind of making back and forth. It's also making back and forth, but I think the currencies, GBP card, let me check the H4 time frame. So it's now pulling back. So this week it gave, so if this week I got this trade, I think I would have been done for the week. Wow, this one has moved like 1 to 8 risks to reward. It was a clean trade, 1 to 8 risks to reward. So far this week, the clean trades that I've seen on the chart is, I think it has even given an opportunity. NZD has given like multiple opportunities. It gave one opportunity over here. That was when 21st. Let me check the economic calendar and see 21st. Okay, you started this week 24th. Okay, I think this one was last week rather. This one was last week. So this week, this is the opportunity it gave. This is the opportunity it gave. GBP card gave. There was a nice opportunity, but I took the trade. But as I said, price came back to my stop loss. It came back to, I was holding it to 1 to 2, and it came back to my stop loss. So GBP card would have been the trade for the week, and I would have been done for the week, because this one would have given me like 1 to 4 risks to reward. This one would have given me like 1 to 4 risks to reward. Imagine. and USD CAD has also moved well. So now we are waiting for pullbacks. So I think next week is going to be good because the market is kind of creating the pullbacks for next week. So next week is going to be good, I'm very sure. So gold is retracing. Gold is retracing. I think the first entry would have been, as it got here, I broke even, came back to my stop break even area. Came back to break even. So let's see how it's going to go. If it's going to flip, if it breaks, it will still give another opportunity again. If it breaks this one, it will still give another opportunity, because as I entered over here, it came back to break even. Let's see how it's going to go. Going to come back to break even. So those who are asking break even, you see, you need to know. So if I enter a trade, I have my break even level. So break even is where you are expecting the market to maybe come back, come back to your entry level. So you see, this is a reactional level. This point is a reactional level. This point is a reactional level. So anytime price will get to this side, we are expecting price to maybe pull back or break out. So since you are not certain about that level, what mostly you will do is what you put your level, so that you don't get affected if price is making back and forth. Because you see, as the candle got to this side, we had a reaction over here. Price reacted over here. You get it, and the candle moved back over, because this level is a sensitive level. So those who took a sell over here, they are expecting to take profit over here. That's why the market respected this level. So we call it a reactional level. So anytime you take a trade, you need to make sure you are respecting the reactional levels. You need to make sure you are respecting the reactional levels. But since the H1 candle has broken the low, I was expecting it to, because there was no traffic to your left. So there was an impulse entry over here. This was an impulse entry. Or maybe the H1 is going to create a resistance over here to give another opportunity. Let's wait and see. Because one thing about gold is the higher time frame, gold really respects the higher time frame level. So you see, as price got to this side, it's really, even though if it is going to break, it is really going to struggle before it will be able to break. So you need to always make sure you are putting your stop at an area, a strong area of interest. At a strong area of interest. So that would be the H. For some people, when they are trading, especially trading gold, for instance, they put their stop is very tight. When it comes to gold, you need to. So mostly when I'm trading gold, my levels that I usually trade on are the H4 daily time frame levels, because it mostly respects those levels. It mostly respects those levels. So the 30-minute candle is going to close over here in the next 52 seconds. This one is going to close. This one is going to close. Let's see the H1. Okay, so the H1 will close in there. So it's going to confirm this level 2 as well. So now this one is also going to create another level over here. It's going to create another level. So this level will become very strong, but you see, anything can happen. Let's see how it goes. Because since the H1 candle has flipped like an impulsive sell, so you see this entry looks the same as what happened last night. Okay, this one created a support over here, a resistance over here, and there was a flip. So let's hope this one is going to give us a resistance. Then the chances that it's going to continue down is very high. Let's hope this one is going to break, but I'm very sure this one is going to break. It's going to break. So we are in lending session. Okay, so we are expecting some volume in the market. And I like trading during the lending session. Trading gold is nice or is cool compared to the New York session. Even though the New York session, if you get a good buy, the New York session things moves very fast. When you are trading gold, especially during the New York Stock Exchange session, gold moves very fast. It doesn't give you the chance to even enter trade unless maybe you are doing limits, buying limits and sell limits. So the moment price tap, then it just trigger you in. With that one, it's going to be cool. But waiting for being a conservative trader, mostly the New York session is not favorable for someone who trades gold because things move very fast. Especially we normally wait for a shift in trend, waiting for the trend to shift in your favor. You are not going to get it. So unless maybe you use the M5 time frame for that, you are not going to get it because gold mostly moves very fast and quick. It doesn't give you the chance. It moves very fast and very quick. It moves very fast and quick. So good as all right. Let's go. This level needs to break. So it has gotten to the reactional level again. So you see, trading is very simple. You just have to concentrate on the simple stuff. As we came to the charts, we didn't do any complex stuff. Okay, just understand how to read price. If you understand how to read price, trading is going to be very simple for you. You get it? Trading is going to be very, very simple for you. If you understand how to read price, it's very simple. Just understand how to read price and you are there to go. Trading is going to be very, very simple. So I'm expecting this is going to be the target. I'm expecting price to get to this level. So you see, it's mostly the strong the reactional levels. You see, as price go to this side, they struggle because it struggled trying to break through this level, and it found it difficult to break. But the H1 is just breaking it easily. So when I'm trading gold, one thing I've observed based on when I was doing my observation one thing I notice about gold is what, when it comes to the higher time frames, it respects it a lot. It respects the higher time frame levels a lot. You get it? It respects the higher time frames a lot. So it should break this one and move down. So just keep it simple. Understand the trend, how to restructure. You understand how to restructure, how you can be able to identify your key levels. That's all. You are there to go. Okay. So you have been predicting the price just every day. You have been doing the same thing. How to read price, identifying your key levels. Okay. Identifying your key levels, then you are there to go. And understand risk management. Risk management is very important because you are not going to win every trade. So understand risk management. When it happens, when your system appears, you execute, you manage your risks. You get it? You execute and you manage your risks. So today currencies has been like all the moves has happened. I think it happened on Monday, so we don't have moves on currencies for now. So I'm waiting for the pull. So maybe it will be next week. Okay, I love this trade that I took. It's kind of clean, and GBP card to kind of clean. This trade would have giving me a lot. I wanted to hold it. I didn't want to bring the stock to break even, but it won't make sense if trade has gotten to 1-to-1 and you are allowing it to like just come to your break even. This trade moved like 1-to-7. Okay, it moved like 1-to-7. So just exposing myself also because price hasn't got into my level doesn't make sense. So I just brought the stop to this side. And one thing too is I didn't see it early. So my entry wasn't at a very high price. So price came, just tapped at where I entered. You see where I entered, just came and tapped. I would have held it because for me, if I enter a trade, usually I want my risks to be my reward to be more than my risks. So I would have held it to like 1-to-2. But I think my stop was big. The stop was big. I would have held it to 1-to-2. I have to wait for price. I have to at least get double of my risks so that the next trade, if it happens it's a loss, I'll come back to my break even. But if it happens the next trade is going to be, if won a trade and the next trade is going to be a loss, it's not something good. So at least if I win, I'm winning like 2 or 3. The next trade, if I'm losing, I'm going to win. I'm losing like 1 so that I'll come back to my break even. And GBP card 2 would have been the trade for the week. Clean zone to your left. Euro NZD was one trade that I analyzed, but the range was very small, so I didn't even consider it because I knew, you see, the moment price got to the level, so this one would have been a scalp trade. It would have been a scalp just for a small movement. So what's up? So I think so far this week the opportunities that I took one NZD-JPY and gold, this one to give a nice trade opportunity during the Asian session. Very clean. You get it. It was the same as yesterday. What happened during the Asian session? The same thing to happen. I think gold gives opportunity during the Asian session. So if you have the time, you can be looking at gold during the Asian session. Yeah, so it was clean, then price just moved heavily. Price moved heavily. So next month, we are entering next month. I'm hoping we are going to next month. I have to do some what do you call it? I have to receive payouts, and yeah, it's been a while. I received payouts. Next month, I have to try my best to receive. This month, I took it slow, but I think this month things has really. I've really assessing myself. I can see myself. I've really improved. My analysis like is on point. My analysis this year has been a great year for me, even though we just started, but it has been a great year when it comes to my trading analysis. My analysis has been on point. Most of the trade, especially this week for instance, all the analysis I did on point, entry on point. Okay, so you see, the more you stick to something for a very long time, the more you become good at it. Okay, the more you stick to something for a very long time, you become good. I've become good at trading because all my life I dedicated it for trading. Okay, I didn't do anything secondary. I dedicated it to analyze, how to be able to analyze the market. And now I'm good. I can boldly and proudly tell myself I'm good at trading. I've dedicated the whole of my 6 years for this thing. So don't envy me. Okay, if you envy me, God go punish you. If you envy me, God go punish you, because I sacrificed. It took me 7 years to be able to do this thing. 7 years. So why do you want to envy me? Envy, brother man. You were asleep then. You were chilling then when I was doing it. So why do you want to envy, brother man? So this year has been good. Like, my analysis on point. Next week I have to receive payout by hook or crook. I'm hoping the market is going to give a nice opportunities, and I have to receive payouts next week. It's been a while. The whole of January, February hasn't been, but March we have to get payout by hook or crook. We need to get payout on March. I need to get payout on March. You will come back and you guys will witness. I will just do a video about it on my payout. I need to get payout on March. I'll do a video about my next payout. Either next week. Let's hope next week to be a good week. And I have to get another account too. Maybe I'll be looking at Funded Nest. Let me check on Funded Nest. Funded Nest. I have to get accounts with Funded Nest. So there are challenges. 6K for 59. I wanted to get this one, 25K or 50K. 15K for 119. Maybe I'll try the 15K. 15K is small for me. So gold has done it, guys. Gold has done it. So how many people entered it? Gold has done it. So it's very simple. The H4 time frame. H4 time frame is a downtrend. It has created a support over here, a resistance over here. As I said earlier, gold, if you are trading gold, trade on levels. Okay, this is one thing I observed when I was testing gold. Trade gold on levels. It's very simple. Don't just enter gold anywhere. So me, for instance, when I'm trading gold, I trade them on levels. So this one was analyzed before you. You saw it, everything before you. So trade them on levels. So you see, the reason why I said it's a sell, because the 30-minute time frame just pulled back on the level, created this resistance over here. Okay, it created the resistance over here, and what happened? Price just what is falling. So I'm expecting it to come to this side. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. So trade gold on levels. I don't use the lower time frame key levels when it comes to gold. I don't use the lower time frames. I mostly use the H4, the daily levels. Okay, so if you watch this trade during the Asian session, you will notice that there was a key level over here. I think the daily time frame also gave a key level. Okay, the daily time frame also formed a key level over here. Looking at the H4 time frame, so H4 time frame also formed a key level too over here. So this point is going to be a golden zone, as usually I term it. This point is a golden zone. Okay, so this point, the moment the candle break the low of this one, what happened? Price just fall. Okay, so this going to be your take profits. So the way this level is getting rejected, the chances that price is going to move up is very high, because it keeps on rejecting the level. So you see, the moment price got to this side, so this one would be the take profit. The moment price got to this side, you just take profits over here. So you see, as the candle got to this side, there was a reaction, price just moved up. Price just moved up. So the 30-minute time frame gave a correct break and pull back over here. Correct break and pull back. This one is supposed to move down. So, okay, so one thing is the 15-minute time frame looks like there's no wick, so the chances that this one can flip is very high. It looks like it's open with no wick, so this one can just flip. Okay, it can just flip by creating the top wick, because this one looks like it's formed with no wick at the top. It's formed with no wick at the top, at the bottom. So the chances that this one will pull back and give us the bottom wick is very high. Yeah. But gold is like sleepy. So if the H1 time frames will also give us the support, I think the chances that it will continue down is very high. So we have like 11 minutes for the H1 time frame too. I'm hoping it's going to close like this. So now I think this thing has been invalidated. So if this one close with resistance, it close with this resistance, the chances that price is going to continue down is very high. it's going to be very high. So let's see how it's going to go, because the 50-minute time frame close with it opens with no wick at the top. So the chances that this one will give us the wick is very high. The chances that to give us the wick is very high. So my entry got stopped out as break even at this side. But when this one creates this resistance over here, I'm very sure it's going to create a resistance, then it will continue. It will continue down. So I want to see how the H1 candle. So we have like 11 minutes for the H1 candle to close. So before that, let's move to currencies and see. So let's move to currencies. US card. So currencies are all ranging. All the major moves are taking off. Okay, USD CHF kind of. Okay, it's kind of creating this one. Let me see. Maybe this one will give an opportunity. Okay, so maybe USD CHF might give an opportunity during the New York session. Let me check it out and see. So looking at the monthly time frame on USD CHF, it looks like when the H4 candle close, you might get an opportunity on it. The weekly time frame, is kind of, yeah, there was a rejectional level over here at the weekly time frame. At the daily time frame, you're having this rejectional level 2 over here. At the daily time frame. So usually I change the colors to be able to see it if I move to, but it looks like there was a reactional level. This pullback over here, let me check it. Okay, so this was just a candle, exhaustion candle. So moving to the H4 time frame, the daily time frame is what? A downtrend. The trend is a downtrend. The market is a downtrend at this point over here. Looking at the H4 time frame, so the H4 time frame too is a downtrend at this point. So I think this one is trying to give us a resistance over here. So this one might, if this one close like this, I think, let me check the range. The range is like 16 pips, 22 pips. So if this one close, if this candle, we're having like 2 hours, if this candle close support over here, if it happens, it's going to close like this. Because one thing too you have to understand is this candle opens with what? No wick. Okay, so we can get a flip. But if it happens, it's closed like this, that means it has created a resistance over here, and we are going to be having multiple zone over here too as well. There's going to be a multiple zone over here. You get it? So the moment we see a change in structure at the maybe H1 time frame, that's how usually I consider. So M30 is what? An uptrend. H1 time frame is an uptrend. So maybe a shift in trend. Okay, a shift in trend to a downtrend, maybe at the H1 time frame, something like this. A H4 candle needs to close, because mostly my confirmation comes from the H4 time frame. So the H4 time candle needs to close before. H4 candle needs to close before. Yeah, so as I'm saying, if it happens, because this one to major, the major currency moves very fast, so I'm hoping it's not going to move fast. If it creates this resistance over here, then, but mostly one thing is with this kind of the way the candle is forming, I don't normally like such candle. I want some small candle like this, like a small candle that's going to give us a good range with a very small wick at the top. I see how mostly when I'm confirming an entry and the candle is giving a long wick like this, I mostly don't like it. I mostly don't like it, because with that one you have to go to the lower time frames to look for what a shift in trend, because I don't like taking the flip, because I've been with the flip. When you are taking a flip on this kind of entry, you are going to be deceived most of the times. You are going to be deceived most of the time. So I want something very small like this. So when you take the flip at the break of the low, the candle low, that's going to be fine. You get it? That's going to be fine. That's what mostly I like. Yeah, so gold is just, let me see. Yeah, so the H1 candle is closing with resistance. H1 candle is closing with this resistance. That's good. So it's giving a clue or a hint that this one can continue downwards. If it closes a resistance like this, then this one will continue. So this entry is the same as the NZDJPY entry at the H4 time frame. Yeah, this impulsive entry. So mostly with this kind of entries, you mostly take it with what? We take it when there was volume in the market. When there was volume, like when there was an active market session, that's when we take this kind of entry. But mostly the perfect entry is when price has maybe done something like this. When the candle has closed, like GBP card for instance, the candle closed. You get it? The candle closed. So you see this kind of entry. The previous H4 candle gave us what? A support over here. The previous H4 candle gave us a support over here. So if you take the flip, the H4 time frame has already given what? A support. Okay, the H4 time frame has already given a support. So if you take the flip, this is a strong confirmation as compared to the NZD-JPY confirmation. And Euro NZD2, the confirmation was very strong yesterday, because this one to also gave what? A support. Okay, this candle close, the flip of this candle, the flip of the candle breaking, engulfing this candle, that was when the entry was taken. So this is a strong confirmation to as well. So the flip was when the entry was taken. So this one was taken when the candle just broke out. Okay, like what is happening on gold. This entry is the same as what is happening on gold. Okay, the flip at the H1 time frame. At the H1 time frame, when it broke the low, the entry, the second entry was, this is the point the second entry is going to be taken. Okay, so we are waiting. So we have some few seconds for the H1 candle to close. So as I'm saying, this candle closed with no wick at the top. So the chances that this one will just flip, the next candle flipping, is going to be very high, because this one is giving us what? A market structure over here. So the chances that the next candle is going to flip like this, this is what I'm expecting it to happen. So the break of this one, is going to go down for gold. The break of this one is going to go down. So the candle has closed. So I like the way the H1 closed. The H1 closed with what? This resistance over here. So the next candle, but this one opens with no wick, so it needs to give us the top wick. Yeah, it needs to give us the top wick. So it has created a top wick. So the chances that it's going to flip, the flip is going to be very nice. The flip is going to be very nice. It needs to flip. It's going to go down gold. It's going to go down. Simple. It's going to go down. So now the lows has been broken. Yeah. So this is the target. If it happens, so now the H1 has been broken. So when you are trading gold, you need to follow the trend. Okay, follow the trend. The trend is your, but don't buy support and resistances. You need to follow the trend. If you buy on support and resistances without understanding the trend, it is not going to be good with you. You need to understand the trend. The way it keeps on rejecting this level, I don't know what's happening over there. This level keeps on rejecting. It keeps on rejecting that level. If you look over here, there was no market structure at this level, so price should move heavily to this side. There's no market structure at this level. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. So this is the level. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. You see, whatever I'm doing, I'm looking at, so the H4 time frame too. The H4 time frame too has broken the low. The H4 time frame has broken the low. I'm looking at the higher time frames. You get it? You're following the trend from the higher time frame, not the lower time frame. So it's about to go down. About to go down. Yeah, very simple. falling. So falling. Kind of really struggling to. You see, people with with gold, it's kind of just one currencies would have moved very fast. Gold would just move, make back and forth, back and forth. So the way it's kind of rejecting the level, I'm very sure it might invalidate the trend. Like, yeah. Does you have a lot of liquidity in gold, so because you have the buyers and sellers are competing, the competition among buyers and sellers is very high. So it's kind of like it moves small, buy small, go up small. But if it happens, it is moving in your favor too. It's going to bless you too as well. The competition among buyers and sellers is very high. So GBP, GBP, CHF, USD CHF rather. Yeah, so as I said, it will definitely give the top wick. It will give the top wick by all means before it will start flipping down. But we've missed a lot of moves on this one. This was a nice move last week or so. I think this week also. Yeah, this was a trade. Yeah, this was a trade. I was expecting it to happen on Monday, and it happens. It's invalidated the structure over here, move up, and started moving down. So for me, before I will execute a trade, I have to look for a high probability trade setup. Okay, I have to look for a high probability trade setup, a clean trade setup before I will execute a trade. That's what mostly I go for, a high probability trade setup. If I don't see that, I don't execute. So the back and forth on gold. Wow, it has finally fallen. It finally about to go down. So a lot of people to enter trade, they don't understand break-even point, they don't understand their targets, especially those beginners. They don't understand their target, they don't understand where they are going to move stop to break even and those stuffs. I think it's a bad way. You get it? So you need to understand where you are going to break even and where you are going to take profit. So all the analysis, when it came to the charts, we analyzed this one. Everything was broken down. Everything was broken down in your eyes. So this would be the target at the daily time frame. Is that the daily time frame? Yeah. So that's fallen. So the stop was 53 to 5. Let me see. So suppose maybe I held it to this side. Okay. So you see how I did everything, broke down everything. You see how the key level got respected? How price respected the key level. So this thing is not a random thing that I usually put on the chart. It is something that is calculated. You get it? So you see price came to respect this one and just what fell. Okay, so my key levels are very tight and crucial levels. So it's falling. So this point to be the target. This point will be the target. Hey, why, Brainy? Have you started trading BTC USD? Have you started trading BTC? The guy make what? BTC USD. This one is even mad than gold. The pip range. So with BTC USD, yeah, so it's currently approaching, it's currently on this key level. So this is the daily. Okay, this one, this is daily zone 2 as well. Yeah, so for me, let me use the trend line and see. Yeah, so I think, yeah, so it's kind of, so the H12 is a what, an up, a downtrend, the 30 minutes. So it's either, since it is on this trend line usually is like kind of dynamic. Okay, so it's on this trend line. So it's either you wait for a shift in trend over here, because 15-minute time frame is an uptrend, 30-minute time frame is also what, an uptrend. Usually I have to wait for, even though price has gotten to, there was a break of structure over here. It's either you wait for a shift in trend at this point, okay, a shift in trend, then you take the sell, because the H4 has closed on this level. So this point will be the target for BTC USD. Or you either wait for, yeah, so this, it has gotten to a key level. So the entry will be a shift in trend at the 15-minute time frame. Since this one too is a volatile pair, if you wait for the candle to close below this one, you can go in for a sell. The stop loss should be below maybe the H4 candle low high. This pair is this one too is also a volatile pair. It moves very fast. So gold is retracing. So by now, if you took it at this level, you don't have to expose yourself. You need to break even. Okay, if you took it around the side, you need to break even, because with gold you need to break even at this point. So as I said, you see the candle that I talked about on USD CHF is making the flip. Okay, it's making the flip. So maybe it will flip to this side. It will flip to that side. It's going to flip to this side. So you see the USD JPY too that you talked about is also what's doing the do. But this one, the range is very small. So gold was broken down. You break down gold to the T. So if you join the stream, earlier, you will know that. So if price from this side to this side was 100 pips, okay, from this side to this side, from the entry level to this side is like 100 pips. So it was broken down to the T. Okay, so AUD USD2 was a trade I saw during the Asian session. The break of this one, but this one, the pip range was very small. The pip range was like 18 pips. The risk was too wide. So but price moves in my direction. You get it? Price moved in my direction, but the pip range was kind of wide. Yeah, so now for currencies, I'm not seeing any potential on currencies. So those who are asking me the pairs that I trade, you can be watching here to see the pairs. I trade the major crosses. Okay, the major pairs and the major crosses. Not seeing any potential opportunity. The major crosses, so they are all ranging. The moves has already happened. The best move has already happened. Euro GBP. Yeah, it's also approaching a strong area of interest. So as I said, the trade for the week was GBP card, NZD JPY. Those were the trade for the week. Okay, so you people saw. Okay, so there was another. Okay, this one is approaching a key level. So the trade for the week was GBP card, NZD JPY, and Euro NZD. Those were the good trade opportunities. And gold. So you see, I analyzed gold to the T for everyone to see it. We analyze it to the T. So you can go back to the stream and rewatch how gold was around the side and we said it's going to sell. Okay, we said it's going to sell and it sold. You get it. So you can go back to the stream and recheck it again. Okay, rewatch the stream again to see what we did to see. My strategy has been the same ever since. Okay, my strategy has been the same ever since. So let me show you this thing. Mostly when it comes to some of the entries that are usually delays, but people don't pay attention to those things. When it comes to this kind of entry, if a candle forms, okay, if a candle forms or resistance or support like this, and it is having a long wick like this, okay, so I'm supposed to take an entry over here because of the long wick. Usually I want a short wick like this. Okay, a short wick like this, then I'll take the flip. But if I see a long wick like this, mostly I have to go to the lower time frames and wait for a shifting trend. Okay, a shifting trend, then I'll take the continuation. That's what mostly I do. So if I delay on some of the entries, it's because of this one. I'm waiting for a shifting trend. I don't take the flip again because mostly the flips are so you see what is happening on USD JPY. What I'm saying is the example is what this is a live example of what I was talking about on USD JPY. You see the long wick. So this one, for instance, if I want to take the continuation of the trend, I have to go to the lower time frames and wait for a shift. But if you read this candle market structure, you'll notice that the market is an uptrend. If you look at the M32 is an uptrend. So at this point, I have to wait for a shifting trend. Okay, then I'll take the sell. That's what mostly I wait for if the H4 is not giving a confirmation. But if you look at maybe NZD JPY, for instance, the H4 gave straight entry. You get it? The H4 gave a straight entry at this point. There was a straight entry over here. You get it? There was a trade. So I took it based on the flip of the previous candle. If you look at GBP card, the previous H4 candle gave the entry. I took it at the flip of the previous candle. But if I see a long wick, that's when I delay on my entries. Okay, so if you look at USD card, this trade I wanted to take it. This kind of trade, the trade I took on is the same trade that this one happened. The day I took the NZD JPY, I wanted to take USD card, but I was thinking this candle is going to close, like the bearish candle is going to close. But so if I took it over here, the stop loss would have been wide. Okay, because now this candle can freely move up to this side. Okay, because there was no support and resistance. But I was thinking this bearish candle. Okay, let me show it to you. Yeah, so I was thinking this bearish candle, you notice this bearish candle closed below this key level. So I was expecting this bearish candle to close above this key level. Okay, I was expecting it to close above this key level. Then I would take what? A buy. Then I would take a buy. But what happened? Price just what? Move to this side, move below. So when price has moved below, this one has been what? This level has been invalidated. So now this one we can still take an impulsive trade, okay? But the reason is what? If this one is moving down, it is free to move what? Move to this side because there's no key level over here. So price can just fall. Price can just fall to this side. A moment, please. Yeah, so as I was saying, price can just fall to this side. You get it? Price can easily fall to this side. So that's why I ignored the DJPY, because the DJPY was looking good rather than, if you look at the NZDJPY, where was it? Yeah. So this one was looking good. You get it? This one is looking good. So that's why I rather took this trade. Okay. And what happened? I took it. This was my entry level. So this is what happened. Boom. You get it? This one, the moment it's moved. So this it's moved to this side. Okay. And it started retracing. So the moment it's moved like this, let me clear this one. So it's moved. Boom. So the moment it's moved, you get it, price has moved more than what? 1 to 1. So I broke even. Okay. I was expecting it to get to this target. So I broke even. And I was allowing it to what? Get to my target, because price has moved 1 to 1 and I don't have to allow it to what? Come to my stop loss. That would be a bad it will be a bad financial mistake that I would do. So I broke even, and what happened? Price decided to retrace. So it's consolidated, came to my break even. So it hits here, okay. Then it started moving down. You get it? So it would have gotten to my target like 1 to 2. I started moving down. If I allowed the trade to get to my target, I would have gotten to what? I would have gotten to the target. You get it? Yeah. But because I broke even, price decided to what? Come to my stop loss. But because I broke even, price decided to what? Come to my stop loss. Yeah. Wow. Good. Good has gotten to the target we talked about. So how many people took the gold? Let me know. If you took sell on gold, let me know. If you joined the stream and you took sell on gold based on what I talked about, kindly let me know in the chat box. Type it in the chat box, let me know. I think it did back and forth over here. So how many people took the sell on gold? You are demo traders. Okay. So the Asian session also moved very well. The Asian session also moved very well. So this was the entry point. Then it fell like heavily. So someone is saying, may God bless you more. I took sell. I'm a beginner. Existed with $107 pure profits. Wow. Joshua Bondi. Are you from Kenya? Someone took profits $117 on the analysis I did on gold this morning. Wow, everything was done live. Everything was done live. Nothing was hidden over here. We analyze it live for everyone to see. Yeah, so BTC USD has closed below about what I talked about. So it has shifted trend over here. It has shifted trend. Based on the trend line, I'm expecting it to continue down. So gold has been crazy since the Asian session. So stop playing, bro. Stop. So my analysis on point. You get it? When it comes to analysis, my analysis are on point. Okay, so this is a pure skill. Someone is saying pure profit. This is a pure skill. Pure skill. Okay. It's a pure skill. Trading is not a gambling. So those who are having a damn gambling mindset, you people should put a stop to that. Trading is a pure skill. So you people are saying it's pure skill. Okay. You need to have a trading plan. So I have a trading rules. If I don't see it, even though you see price is moving, but I'm not like in haste to maybe take a trade because it doesn't fit. If you are trading and you don't have a trading plan, you are going to be confused. So those who are here, I'll be doing it next Monday. We are starting our next mastery, Forex mastery. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I analyze the market, how I do my things. So if you are here and you are interested to join, my details, you can email me, you can text me on Instagram, or you can send me a WhatsApp message and book your seats. We are going to be doing trading mastery. Okay, I'm going to show you how I analyze the chart. This is not gambling. Trading is not gambling. Okay, trading is not gambling. It's not gambling. And my students are seeing results. Those who paid attention, those who have been paying attention to whatever I've been telling them, within some short space, they are seeing results. They are able to analyze the markets. Brenny is a testimony. Danny is a testimony. They are all seeing results. Richie is a testimony. Okay, based on what I'm teaching them. So if you're interested in in the training, you kindly book your seats. So you see, if you watch gold carefully, you will notice that the patterns, if you watch the H4 time frame, you notice that the patterns has been repeating itself several times. Things over here, this pattern repeated itself during the Asian session. The same pattern repeated itself over here too again. You see, the patterns has been repeating itself over and over again. But this week I was watching currencies, watching gold over here. So the patterns has repeating itself over and over again. So the same pattern over here repeated to over here. You get it? The same pattern over here repeated itself over here. Okay, so this was the Asian trade I took. There was Asian trade over here. The same pattern. The same pattern. And this morning we came, price was hovering around the side, and we analyzed. Okay, because I understand when gold gets to the key level, it usually gets respected. So the way I trade gold is different from the time frames I focus on to trade gold is different from the time frames I focus on to trade currencies. You get it? The time frames I focus on to trade gold I usually move to the lower time frame. By currencies, I move to the higher time frames. I analyze on I mostly focus on the higher time. By gold, I look at my entry levels, my key levels on the higher time frames. So everything was broken down, pure technical analysis. Okay, pure technical analysis and experience. Everything was done over here. You get it? So the first entry was this side, and the second entry, I gave the second entry to at this side when price broke out. So it's all about following price. Okay, it's all about following price. It's very simple. So gold, I move to the lower time frames, like maybe the H4 time frame. I target gold on my key levels. Okay, I target it on the key levels. So there was a break and retest over here. Okay. So if you have any question, kindly drop it in the chat box. So Joshua, enjoy your profits. You need to pay your tithes, pay your dues. You need to pay your dues. So you see this one has gotten to a key level, but you need to wait for a shift in trend. Okay, you need to wait for a shift in trend. You don't have to take breakout entry. Gold, I don't take breakout entry on gold. I wait for a break. When price break, pull back, or maybe give a discounted price before I'll take an entry. Okay, so it's very simple. Don't take a breakout entry like this. You are mostly going to be stopped out more often. So wait for a discounted price and you take the continuation. So if you're having any question, kindly drop it in the chat box. Okay, if you have any question, kindly drop it in the chat box. So today, currencies, no trade opportunity on currencies. No trade opportunity on currencies. So maybe GBP card is pulling back. So for tomorrow on GBP card, we're expecting it to maybe come to this level. If it to come to this level or this level, okay, then we take the continuation of the trend. USD card to the same thing too also, but the range is very small, so even if it comes here, I will not take it. The range is very small. The range is very small. USD CHF. So yeah, so as I said, I said it when we came to the stream this morning. If you can go back to the stream, I said I'm waiting for what this one to just give the top wick. So you see the top wick has been created by the candle, and it is now retesting on this level. So if the 10 o'clock, if it's happening, the 10 o'clock candle is going to give a support, you can take a sell. Okay, you can take the sell. If the 10 o'clock candle opens and the 2 o'clock candle maybe give us a support like this, we can take. If it's closed like this at 2 o'clock, you will take a sell for the continuation of what the trend to this side. Okay, then we take the sell. Okay, if this candle is going to close in the next 1:18. If it's closed and the next one does something like this, it's going to give us a double distance. Then we take the sell, the continuation. Okay, so let's hope and see if something of that sort happens, because the H1, I'm not sure. Even if it's change trend, it's going to be what, close to the area of interest. It's going to be close to this target, so we can't take it. And let's say, yeah, so I think the best way is to wait around 2 o'clock. That would be the best way to go by. 2 o'clock, that's when the New York session is going to close, and the H4 candle too is going to close as well. That's when we can get an entry on that. Okay, so aside that, USD/JPY is not giving a better distance. When it comes to USD/JPY, I'm very careful when I'm taking a trade on, because that pair is kind of tricky. USD/JPY is kind of tricky. It can just mess you up. So when I'm taking a trade on that, I have to wait for a strong confirmation. So the more you trade a pair, the more you become acquainted, or you get to know the ins and outs about the pair. So I'm very careful when I'm trading USD/JPY. So I have to wait for a strong confirmation. So it looks like GBP, yeah. So let's see. It looks like there's a trade opportunity on this pair. Let me analyze it. GBP card, GBP AUD does rejectional level over here. Moving to the weekly time frame, to the daily time frame. So the daily time frame has flipped. Moving to the H4 time frame. So the price has broken out. Okay, we're having this rejectional level over here. Okay, that's close to the area of interest. It's close. This one would have been the same thing as what's happening over here, but this one, if you take the flip over here, let me check the H1 time frame. It's kind of, it's not something that worth taking. It's not something that worth it's close. Okay, it is close to the target. All right. Yeah, GBP USD is close. GBP NZD to Euro GBP. Euro GBP2 is also breaking out, so you need to know. So BTC USD2 is also, this one is going to dump like something. So it's making the rate test, then it will continue. Yeah, so that's it. So we analyzed gold and it's played out. So that's it for the day. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining today's stream. See you all same time Monday. Bye to you all.